This is the first time I've done something like this, so please bear with me. I'll introduce myself. My wife and I run a 25, 30 hectare orchard in Tassie. I'm a third generation apple grower. My grandfather bought his first block of land back in the 40s. My dad and my uncle took it over, and then we took it over in the early 2010s. So look, I love what I do. I'll try to alliterate it as well as I can, and we'll see how we go. I don't know what I'm doing. Now we're right. Rightio, we are in northwest Tassie. So basically, most of the apples in Tasmania are grown in the Huon Valley or the Derwent Valley. Sorry, Huon Valley or the Tamar Valley. So we're right at the top, pretty much where the Spirit of Tasmania comes into. So we're about 5 minutes from the Spirit berth, which makes freight really good for us. Our freight forwarder is based in Hobart. He'll come up from Hobart, drop his trailer off to the boat, come and pick up our load of fruit, take it to the boat and then back to Hobart. So it works really, really well. We can actually load fruit out today and it can be at the market or at the pack house tomorrow. So it makes it really easy to work, and I've got a great relationship with my freight guys, so that's wonderful. Our growing systems, a lot of older plantings, a lot of newer plantings. Our newer blocks are we're trying to put twin leader trees in place, Ambrosia, Smitten, Gala, and then our older stuff is Gala, Pink Lady and Grannies. I hate hand thinning, so I try to do a lot of our work in the orchard with the secateurs through the year. We probably prune too hard. Our tonnages probably aren't where they could be, but as I said, I hate hand thinning. I was taught as a kid, we're better off to aim to grow a crop of big fruit, because if you aim to grow a crop of big fruit, you're going to get some small fruit anyway. If we try to grow a medium or small size fruit, we're going to have a lot of undersize. So we just toss that out. So my goal is, if I can get 50 tonne, if we can pack 90%, which we normally do, I'm happy. We're in a really good region to grow apples. We don't get the extremes in weather, so we don't get really, really cold. We don't get really, really hot. We do get wet, as you can see by the photo, but normally through our actual growing season from September through to harvest, it's quite marine, it's quite nice, and grows a really good apple. Right, I try to every week measure fruit to keep us on track as to where we're going. If we're not up to spec, we can just address something, whether that be more water, more fertiliser, run through again with the dreaded hand thinning, and just try to finish the crop off and get as good a pack out as we can. As I said, fruit measurements. Technology, trying to make my life easier is, we use RimPro, love RimPro. I try to spray to RimPro, so I use it for my chemical thinning applications, I use it for my fungicides, and rely on it to tell me when to go out. I don't see the sense in spraying when we don't need to. If we can target when we have to, it's an economical decision. Been involved over the years with a lot of trials and a lot of work. Did a great trial with Swan Systems on irrigation management over the last couple of years. It's been projecting our irrigation applications, so we put in our soil moisture data, and it actually tells us when to water. So it just takes that guesswork out. It lets us go and apply when we need to and not when we think we have to. Trying to make tech as simple as we can. As I said before, we go out and measure fruit every week, record it in Excel. I can go back through my phone. I've got 10 or 12 years of data, so you can compare year to year as to what's going on, and if we find that we're not up to spec, we can add a water, we can add some fertiliser, we can add a hand thin, and we can make the crop grow to what we need it to be. Crop forecasting the same, go out counting fruit, bung it into a spreadsheet, and it's simple. The thing is, don't overthink it. I use my phone for everything. I've got it in my hand all the time. My wife thinks I'm texting or looking at YouTube videos, but I'm always recording things, taking photos, whatever that may be, just to give us some data and something to work towards. Take photos. You've got a camera in your phone, use it all the time, even down to 2 days apart. Fruit measurements, I know when I've got to go and put my chemical thinners out. Our goal, as I said, is to grow a premium product. We're really lucky where we are. We don't get those extremes, so we can colour red apples really well. It's actually a really nice place to grow apples. Going forwards, my son is a spray contractor who's got a couple of drones, so we're just in the really early stages of doing some trial work with spraying with a drone. We put our harvester on it with this year, had some really good results. Spoke to a few people today, and there's Brad's one doing a little bit of work with it. I'd love to see 2 or 3 of these fly around in the orchard, putting all our sprays on in the near future. It's simple. We've just got to do a little bit more trial work, and hopefully it's going to be the way we can go forwards. So basically, summary, tech doesn't need to be high tech. Make it simple. Makes your management decisions easier, so you can look back at data over the years and say, okay, I've done that last year. What can we do now to make it better? Or what can we do to make it as good a crop as last time? Keep up with the new stuff and make sure you get the basics right. So all the little simple things can make a big difference. And it is actually an apple that we found in the packing shed that I took a photo of years ago. And that's me. Thank you.